is your starting five. At guard, 6'4", number 44, number 44. At center, 6'11", number 33, Nicholas Claxton. At 4, 6'6", number 12, Joe Harris. At guard, 6'5", 13, James Hornet. Forward, 6'10", 7, Kevin Durant.
The NBA on 2K Sports. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. D.A., take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Gordon Hayward is a versatile offensive player, but he said, for me, being aggressive is playing downhill. Usually, if I can get things going to the rim first, it opens up every other part of my game. And he's still able to collapse defenses, finish, and create for teammates. Guys?
David, he is the total package. Now, let's take a look at Nashville's opening lineup. Bridges out there with Hayward. Then there's B. Then there's Plumlee. And it's Ball in at the 1. And for Brooklyn, we've got Harden. Harris is out there with Durant. And it's Claxton in at the 5, roaming the paint. I always think about the first-year players, Clark, when it's this early in the season. There must be a lot going on in a rookie's head right during his first few NBA games.
I don't think there's any question about it, Kevin. In many ways, rookies are drinking out of a fire hose. From the time summer league starts, training camp, and now you get into the season. The games are coming, new places, new teams, scouting reports, all of that. It can be a bit overwhelming. And regardless of your talent level, every young player has to go through it and figure out how he can best handle the transition.
And good that time. KD's got his team on the board to start the game for Brooklyn. Ball, the pass to Bridges. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
Well, I tell you what, it's obvious Bridges takes great pride in working through contact and capitalizing.
Pass to Durant. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Back to Harris. Second chance effort. He takes it up and lays it in.
Yeah, you know, not normally the guy you see crashing the boards there, but Harris giving some extra effort on the rebound.
Ball, the pass to Bridges. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
His first
good job to take it right at
team.
Yeah, really left him no choice there.
At the line.
He had the foul and converted the easy bucket.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And looking back last season, how about 87% from the line? So that's obviously nothing to sneeze at.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
Now, here's Harden. Inside, here's Claxton, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
It would have been impossible for KD to miss his teammate there. He was wide open.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Harden against Ball. Out to Hayward. The dish to Ball. Over Harden. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
That's good from Harris on the assist from KD.
Only one miss in the first 5 attempts, clearly failing.
Harris has gone 2 of 3 from the field. Bridges outside. Over Harris, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. Bridges got 6.
You You know, we've seen Bridges knock down threes, but I think this is his sweet spot at 15 to 19-foot range.
The Nets have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And one thing about LaMelo, Clark, you can't ignore the size he has at his position.
You know, he's 6'7", Kevin, so that's big for a point guard, and it allows him to see over defenses, and I also think it helps him as a rebounder.
Team second.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
You know, Harden's done a nice job really increasing his playmaking over the last few years and excels at finding teammates.
Hayward against KD. Ball from long range. Hits it from three-point range.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Harden. Coming off a solid outing against Philadelphia.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
It actually almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power is how I would look at it.
Here's Ware, following the bucket by the Nets, drains the three-pointer.
Hayward, really an unselfish guy, willing to share the rock and get his teammates some opportunity.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Harden outside. Here's Durant. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That's in, coming off the assist from KD. KD's got 3 assists in the game. Ball, the pass to Plumlee. Here's Bridges. Drives to the hoop. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 8 points for him.
Well, I love the athleticism he brings to the table. Bridges can really score on the move and still maintain control of his body in those tight windows.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 7 of 8 from the field to start the game. Very hot shooting. Pass to KD. Durant drawing the double team. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
And the Nets decide to take their first time out here. You know, Greg, sometimes it's just hard to quantify defense, but some new age metrics really value basic one.
And there's a stat called defensive box plus minus that measures how good your team is with you on the floor. Year in, year out, Mason Plumlee is top 20 in the league, proving his overall effect on a game on the defensive end.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Here's Brown. Outside Overreach. Plenty of space. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
From Brown.
Nashville has gone 2 of 2
Last
from
2 minutes to play
here in the
first quarter.
Here's Ball. And again, it's Nashville converting.
Well, I tell you what separates Ball from a lot of players his age is that his footwork is advanced. He's got almost a PhD in footwork.
Now here's Mills. The pass to B. Off target with his 3. 1:35 left in the first quarter. Washington passes the ball. Martin with it. Millsap covering. Martin with the bucket.
Tell you what, he is a really special passer, LaMelo Ball. His ability to fit all kinds of passes into really small windows, phenomenal.
Now here's Brown. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Mills. Mills. It's good on the putback.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
Oubre can't get it to go.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes guys have the green light to take that shot, but I don't think he's one of them.
Millsap with the steal. Mills looking it over. And it's in after a nice bounce on the right side.
Nice touch there by Mills, taking whatever he can get within the offense. Well done.
3 seconds separate the shot clock in game. And Ball gets it to go on the assist by Martin. Ball's got 7 points in the game.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Here's Mills. Now the feed to Aldridge.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of neat to see Aldridge take on more of a leadership role. It's somebody the younger guys can look up to.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of this one.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
And he knocks down the first one. So both teams making some changes here. Both free throws good for Aldridge.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throw. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Passes to McDaniels. Poked loose and stolen by Aldridge. Joe Harris has been on display for Brooklyn. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And Kevin Durant able to get his shot anytime he wants. But he points out that defense requires all 5.
This league does not one-on-one defense, you know, so it's a team defense. And, you know, the best defenders, the reason why they're the best defenders is because they got 4 guys behind them that's going to help them and that they trust. So, you know, I think that's what makes us good when we do that.
I agree. Well, if they're locking teams up, they're awfully hard to stop.
And KD, with his length, probably underrated as far as his defensive impact.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nets.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got LaMarcus Aldridge. Bruce Brown is out there with James Johnson. Then there's Carter. And it's Bembry in at the 2-guard. And the foul called on King Washington.
That's his first personal.
That is his first foul of the game.
Coming onto the
and
floor.
Nashville making a change here. Book Knight's checked in.
Book Knight.
Here is Carter. Johnson surveying the floor. Back to Carter. Five to shoot. Feeds it to Aldridge. And the rebound goes to Nashville. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
The game is the first of a 3-game season series for these clubs, both looking to take round 1.
First time you face a team in the season, that's when you're looking to take that mental advantage. Demonstrate you're better. And that could make it easier down the road.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And with most of the arena against them, they just banded it together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Nicholas Claxton comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Kevin Durant is subbed in for Brown. Now here is Smith. High-point lead, the biggest of the game. Count it. There might be more talent at the point guard position now, Greg, than there's ever been in the NBA. But who do you think sits at the top of that list?
Smith.
I mean, Kevin, there's so many incredible talents. And not that I'm dodging it, but honestly, the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It depends on what kind of tickles your fancy in terms of the point guard. If it's the ability to shoot and play without it, Steph's at the top of your league list. But then you get a guy like Chris Paul, who I think is as good as anybody's ever been in the pick and roll. So they're just different ways to approach this thing. And course, now I've forgotten 4 or 5 guys that I should have added into this conversation.
Now here's Durant. He definitely had a good game in their win against the 76ers. Johnson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
Yeah, the defender all over.
He got it good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Hornets?
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the open man and getting some easy baskets.
Well, another thing that's immediately gone right for them is their three-point shooting.
Now, here's Bridges. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Count it.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
They keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
And that one, good.
Incredible control on that floater. Harden is fantastic at putting just the right amount of touch on these very difficult and delicate shots.
And Harden really looks like he's been having fun out there.
I would agree with that, Kevin. And he says he's the same way off the court, too. I don't know him off the court, but he says he loves meeting new people. I don't have any trouble believing that. He enjoys engaging with kids. And certainly the bright tennis shoes are part of everybody's NBA attire now, but he wears it as an expression of his personality.
Now here's Durant. Following the miss by Miles Bridges. And it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Harris checked in for Johnson.
For your Nets, Joe Harris.
Nashville on D. 6-point game. Here's Harden. Out to Harris. Shot clock at 5. Tries yet again. Plumlee with the rebound.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Pass to Bouknight. Here's Bridges. And Bridges jams it in.
Boy, I really like seeing Bridges get up for these throwdowns, boy. I tell you, he's pretty creative for a young guy.
Here in the 2nd quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Covered by Smith. Harden surveying the D. Shoots from the elbow, and he drops that one in. Harden's got his 2nd basket.
Man, it's fun watching Harden use the pick and roll to his advantage, getting space off the screen and letting it fly with ease.
Smith kicks to Bridges. Back to Smith. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Smith's got the lead up to 8 now for Nashville. The Nets have gone only 2 of 7 for the field since the 2nd quarter got underway. Harden the pass to Claxton. Back to Harden. For 3, Harris. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 5 assists in the game.
Make that another one for Harris. One of the most efficient scorers in the NBA.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
His entire career has taken that up a notch. And he now often looks for his teammates first.
And Nashville making a change here. Jones checked in for Plumlee. Hayward comes in for McDaniels. He's checked in for Bouknight. And it's ball in for Smith. On the basket by Jones. And it's Mills with the ball for the Nets. They trail by 7. And huge assist totals for Harden, which is also a reflection, Greg, of the talent around him.
And he's playing with some of the best finishers in the game throughout his career. What changed starting last year was his mindset, making him all that much more difficult to defend.
And Hayward gets it to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
1:52 left to play here in the half. Mills passes to Harden. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Harris against Bridges. Here's Ware. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Here is Harden. He's got 7. Harris outside. Jacks up a 3. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
To the away team.
Let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up. On Monday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Kyle Lowry and the Miami Heat. We've got 1:13 left in the first half. Ball, the pass to Ware. He dishes it to Bridges. Over Harris. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. And now a 10-point Nashville lead. Now Mills. At the top of the key, Millsap. Shot's good by Mills. Mills has got 6.
Millsap doing a nice job there, reading the defense and makes a nice slick pass to burn the opponent.
Ball, the pass to Bridges. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. 41 seconds left in the first half. Now here's Mills. He's covered closely. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Ball. For 3, Hayward. And it's the Hornets another 3.
Oh, great ball movement there.
23 seconds left to play in the first half. Now here's Harden. 7 points in the game. He feeds it to Millsap. And he gets it to go. Millsap's got his first bucket in this one.
Love watching Millsap go to work inside. He's a pretty smooth operator in the paint. Good footwork, good strength, and good touch.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And so it's Nashville. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Gordon. How important was it to come out strong in the first half?
Yeah, extremely important, especially against a team like this. We got to be solid on defense all game. No transition buckets. So the start of the third is going to be huge.
That's where a lot of games are won. Thanks for your time, man. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And guys for Nashville, Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
They're running some great offense right now, working the ball in the good spots, taking what the defense gives them, not forcing up shots. We'll see if they can maintain that discipline in the second half.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Brooklyn?
Well, they have to improve their defense. Guys were getting burned on the perimeter. They wouldn't put a hand up, as my man used to say, man down. Oh, you got to get some help. That pretty much covers everything on his shot. You think they played their best?
No way, no way.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What can you say, guys? Miles Bridges, an impressive effort here today.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. On the court for Nashville, LaMelo Ball is out there with B, and it's Hayward. Then there's Miles Bridges, and it's Plumlee in at the 5 spot.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Harden against Ball. Good on that shot, and with that, the Hornet lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from James Harden. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Nashville. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Corner shot, and the shot goes in. Ball's got 9.
Well, you got to love how quick Ball's shot is. Doesn't take a lot of time to get himself squared up.
Brooklyn's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Harden outside to the paint. Here's Harris. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. 14 points for him.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Here's Ware. 5 points in the game. Connects from three-point range.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now here's Harden. He's got 10. That's it. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Hornets leading by 9. To the left wing. Here's Bridges. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. To the inside. And slam dunk by Harris.
How about that? The flush from Harris. People forget this guy's 6'6", and he's got a little burst and bounce, too.
Plumlee in the post. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Great play most of your career in the 90s. The game has really changed. Less physical, more skilled. But what role has the league played in all of that change?
The NBA is at the forefront of these changes. The competition committee that they have that meets annually to discuss ways to try to improve the game. Listen, they're not going to always knock it out of the park, but you have to keep thinking forward. I applaud the league for their attempts to try to improve this game and grow. Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
It's to Washington. In the corner, it's Martin. Back to Washington. Nashville passing it around. Smith for 3. Good work defensively by Carter. That's 3 of my 9. Down low. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
His first foul. Team second.
The Nets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Javon Carter.
That's good from Carter. The Nets making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Carter hits them both. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Smith the pass to Washington. Over Carter. Washington, that's good.
PJ Washington.
Washington's got 5.
Boy, with good mechanics and a nice high release point, Washington has a pretty advanced mid-range game.
Johnson, the pass to All. And the shot goes in. He's got 8.
Amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect from the field to start the half.
Plumlee in the high post. Over in the corner, Washington. Good on the triple.
P.J. Washington.
And the Hornets lead by 10.
Well, he's a stretch four now with a dangerous outside shot. Washington loves letting that one fly from there.
For Brooklyn, they've gone as spotless. 6 of 6 from the field since taking the court here in the second half. The shot's good from Carter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now, here's Washington. He's got 8. Here's Oubre. And it's off the back rim. No good. For Brooklyn, they've gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the field here in the third, coming out of the break very hot. Clark as good a scorer as ever. Durant just needs to score, right? Just to break all kinds of records.
I agree with that, Kevin. He is as lethal a scorer as we've seen. I mean, when you just talk about putting the ball in the basket, he's in the top 10 all time for my money.
Here's Washington following the three-pointer by Brooklyn.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch. The game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And here's Oubre following the three from Kevin Durant. Yep, that one goes.
Love the work there. They got the most out of that possession.
Timeout called. The Nets.
Timeout.
Starting.
T-shirt. Come on, everybody.
So for the Nets, Paul Millsap's checked in for Aldridge. He comes in for James Johnson. And it's Mills in for Carter. Nashville also making some changes. McDaniels checked in for Plumlee. And Bouknight comes in for Martin. Now here's McDaniels. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right along.
And KD.
Well, with that long reach of his, so easy for KD to throw it down.
There's 1:26 left in the third quarter of the game. And there's the pass to Bouknight. A 3-ball. And it's the Hornets another 3.
You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
.111 left in the third quarter. Durant with it. 7 points in the game. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
Tell you what, when Durant is feeling it, he puts on some swagger. He's going to let you know he's got it going.
Pause and rewind, courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. The baseline jam. Again, the Hornets score. Here's Mills. He's got 6. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Bishop Smith. That'll be his second foul of the game. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. James Harden comes in for Brown.
Nicholas Claxton.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. Mills with it. Now Smith defending. And rejection by McDaniel. Millsap. And he banks in the lane.
I like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Now, here is Smith. 5 points in the game. And here is McDaniel. And again, it's Nashville from deep.
Away team foul. James.
Brooklyn shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
4th team foul. At the line.
And the first one at the line is good.
From 6-man his first few years to star player now, Harden's rise has been really fun to watch. He's willing to take on more and more responsibility each passing season.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
That's his second personal.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
The Hornets shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Away team foul.
For Brooklyn, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
Foul. Team's 5th foul.
And the first one goes.
At the line, shooting for Brooklyn, number 44. And out the line, shooting 2.
That one is no good. And so it's Nashville with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. We've got Harris, Embry out there with Harden, and it's Claxton in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. To the middle. That shot is off. Now Nashville takes it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Harden. Ball with the rebound. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. They're leading by 8. Passes it to Plumlee. Back to Bridges. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
Boy, look how easily Bridges shoots through the contact there. I mean, his mechanics are strong, as is his body.
4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Pass to Embry. Here's Claxton. Pass to Embry. To the paint. That one goes in.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Hornets leading by 8. There's the feed to Hayward. Kicks to Ware. Nashville passing it around. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, I like the fact that this is something Ball continues to work on, that deep shot of his. He knows he's got to be a threat from deep to expand his game.
Here's Claxton. Here's Embry. Claxton with the bucket.
He seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
Ball kicks to Bridges. Takes the 3. And it's the Hornets another 3.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
For 3, Hayward gets the 3-pointer to fall. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Nashville?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort to the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Now, here's Bridges. Shot from 12. Here's Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game-changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Timeout called, the Nets.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Kevin Durant is showing in for the Nets.
Kevin Durant.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Plumlee with the steal. And Bridges with a clear path to the basket.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. My goodness. Bridges that time being rewarded for his hustle and his awareness right there. Opportunistic score that time.
Nets trail by 19. Harden the pass to KD. Can they get it? And Paul with the block. Hayward finds Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Defense having really no effect on Bridges. He just keeps producing with no sign of slowing down.
The Nets have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. And here's Harris from the arc. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 9th assist in the game now. Harden against Ball. Over Harden. Again, the Hornets score.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Here's Claxton. He's guarded by Plumlee. Harris against Bridges. Claxton no good. Hornets leading by 20. The pass away. Over Harden. And again, it's Nashville converting.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Brooklyn's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. Harden draws the double. Harris against Hayward. Lets it go from 11, and the shot is long. Nashville has gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Bridges kicks to Hayward. Great D that time from Durant. Nets have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Feeds to Harden. For 3, Harris. Good for his 9th make in just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
You know, like a lot of shooters, Harris prefers to release off a pass, catch and shoot, not the dribble.
Plumlee trying to break loose. Ball no good. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. 19-point game. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Hornets.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The stats tell us that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance from Miles Bridges.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And so it's Nashville with it. After the basket by Brooklyn. Pass to Plumlee. He feeds it to Bridges. 3 on the clock. Makes it off the glass.
Miles Bridges.
They came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Count that one.
Or that in-between game at Durant is dead. Give him this shot, and you'll regret it.
Here's Ball. Connects on the 9-footer.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
2 points. That one goes.
Focus. Intense focus. Durant has bundles of it. Once he catches the rock, the first thing on his mind is let it go.
Now Ball. So Nashville Nashville wins it. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Mason Plumlee. A lot of points tonight. What was working so well offensively?
Well, we're sharing the ball so well. It's fun to watch, I'm sure, but we have possessions where every guy might touch the ball almost twice. So when you get movement like that, it's hard to guard, and it's a fun way to play.
You did have the defense on its toes tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time